Oh man, what is up everybody? We're back with episode number 33 of the Sunday Riff Refinery. Man, something in my eye there. But yeah, 33 episodes, or it's about to be 33 episodes. And I've been writing a lot of deathcore in these episodes, and today's riff may or may not be deathcore, I don't know. But for those of you that are watching my Riff Refinery for the very first time, this is a series where I'm shamelessly ripping off Nick Broomhall, and I am writing a song mostly from scratch. Sometimes I start with a preconceived idea of some sort, or a riff that's half written, for instance. But what we always end up with is a banger of some sort. It's not always deathcore, it's not always metalcore. Sometimes it's been grunge, it's been pop punk, it's been grunge pop. I don't know. We're doing a lot of stuff, but this is a heavier track today because of the sponsor of today's video, which happens to be Bogren Digital, and specifically showing off their new Eloy Drums. Now, for those of you that live under a rock and didn't hear, recently Bogren Digital released Eloy Drums, which is the signature drum VST for Eloy Casagrande, who is the current drummer of Slipknot, but has also been in epic bands like Sepultura, and he's just an all-around ridiculous drummer. And I knew as soon as I heard these drums that I had to take them for a spin. I mean, if you just listen to these, I'm just on the Jens Bogren F Street Grand preset inside of it, and I haven't messed with anything except for I switched the snare over, so let's go ahead and just cycle through the drums. Listen to those toms, dude. Not a bit of mud in those. I know that they're pre-EQ'd and everything, but not a bit of mud. In a gong? I mean, come on, man. I don't know if we're gonna use the gong today or not. We might have to use the gong though. But tons of cymbals to choose from. It's a really, really sick kit. You do have all of the goodies that you'd expect from Bogren Digital. So we have the kit view here, we have the mixer where you can actually click on each of the individual pieces of the drum kit and add different effects, EQ, transient designers, and things like that to them. There's even a snare trigger and a kick trigger track. So that way you can actually go in and not only use their own trigger samples, but add your own in here as well. And then it gives you options to pitch that up or down, reverb, short and long. So a ton that you can do, and then on the master bus, you have your master EQ, saturation, compression, reverb. It's got everything. It's really nice to have all of that inside of one plugin. I know everybody loves to route out all of their drums into this big giant mess, but I don't. I like to use these plugins as they were made to be used. And honestly, with drum plugins especially, sometimes that means just using a preset, and that helps me to get a song written faster. But this sounds good enough to use in a final mix. Let's go ahead and hit play on a little drum loop that I wrote. That's barely even humanized. I could definitely do some better work with the velocities and everything, but that sounds great, dude. This sounds really, really good. Now, let's go ahead and plug in my guitar here because we need to jump into the riff. So we're working with the GOC Guitars Vajra Plus, and this is the 7-string, going into my Peavey Invective, and we also do have the Opaque Drive overdrive from Substation Onyx. And this has just been one of my go-to tones for a couple weeks now. It sounds good, man. Gotta make sure the amp is on. All right, I'm gonna pop on headphones because that means I don't have to edit the video as much later. The reason being, this little microphone on me won't pick up all of the sound of the speakers. It'll only pick up my pick noise, which is really, really handy when you're trying to, you know, edit a video and cut out all of the extra noise that your microphone picks up while you're jamming. All right, so I do have a riff in mind, and the way that it goes, let's just play it with this drum beat because it's a lot easier to play it that way. We're working at 184 BPM here. That's the riff we're working with right now. Let's go ahead and track that properly though, because that sounded like doo-doo. Mega doo-doo, man. Cool. Second take was good. Let's go ahead and double track that though. See if it's actually good. Cool. Now we need a blast beat. We need a blast beat coming in here. Gonna reach for my good old loud stack metal MIDI drum grooves. What would we do? What about a death metal bomb blast? I don't know. Let's go ahead and scroll through here. Dude, my problem now is that I have so many different drum loops that I have trouble like remembering what is where. I need to stick to just one category or one like library from now on and stop giving myself so many choices. All right, so this seems like a good enough. Let's listen to this. I think that'll work, honestly. Maybe we want all of that on the ride though. I think I want that on the ride. Yeah, that sounds good on the ride. So now what the plan is to have that same riff just all palm muted. So something like that, just maybe less sloppy, maybe. That was actually not bad. If we can double track that, that'll sound pretty tight. Okay, Ryan, okay. We're doing something good here. The next thing is literally just gonna be double bass with that same riff. So let's get a double bass loop inside of here. So Swedish double bass upbeat, All right, let's see if we can just copy and paste this over. No. I mean, yes, we want it to sound like that, but I don't want the palm muted there. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's go ahead and just do the same exact riff. This riff is going to be really repetitive, y'all. Hopefully my brain can make something else like not as repetitive, but we'll see. Had some string noise there at the end. Let's hear. Okay, no, we had it. That's good. The string noise was after the fact. Cool. Let's figure out something else. We need to figure out a different riff. I have a drum loop that I wrote. It's a Stompy loop. Let's add that in here. All right, so in light of Eloy being in Slipknot, I needed to go for a drum loop like this. Went a little bit of Avenged Sevenfold there right in the middle because it just sounded right with the ride. I'll humanize that later. That just... You can see my drum MIDI is really, there's nothing humanized about any of this right now. But the cymbals, this part just sounds good. Tried to mimic something the Rev would have done there just because it sounded good with that Stompy riff. I know that I said it sounds like Slipknot, but I really attribute a lot of my drum writing to listening to Avenged Sevenfold for so long. Okay, so this needs though a Slipknot style, just like, let's go ahead and put this on loop and go with it. All right, now I'm already like trying to go for the same exact thing I was doing before. And I threw that one, which doesn't really fit the key of this song, I don't think. Let's do that. Do we do something like that? That sounds cool. I think that'll work, honestly. I say that a lot on this series. I think that'll work. Maybe that's a little bit bouncier. I think that one will work better. I like that. Let's do that. 6 takes later, we figured something out. I like that. I like that. You'll notice that I already have another drum loop right next to it because I know exactly how I want this to go. I just need to change the cymbals on it. This is gonna be a little bit of a banger, y'all. That was awful. How y'all letting me sound that bad? Come on now. All right, gotta break out the click track, y'all. Gotta break out the click track. We're gonna delete all of these too. That's all sloppy. I'm noticing now as I'm trying to play along with it, it's just all sloppy. So let's go ahead and restart that riff and with the click track. All right, the next piece is, as you would expect coming out of a stompy riff like that, it's going to get fast and then faster. The only thing, we gotta change the cymbals. I left them all unhumanized, and yeah, we gotta change that. What do we do? Let's go to crashes first. So we'll do all crashes there, and then maybe we switch all of these to a ride again, the ride, like the ride bell. Oh, we need to double those. But man, y'all hear that snare though? It's ridiculous. And I haven't done anything to it. Like literally, that's how it sounds on its own. I mean, obviously there's a preset in the plugin that's already got like mixing done to it, but man. All right, let's see if that sounds better. All right, and since those are all highlighted, let's do a little bit lower velocity so it's not so crazy. We should just randomize the velocity there. A little bit of drum programming stuff here, y'all. So if we go to functions, go to MIDI transform, and then random velocity. We can take the random velocity, and right now I have it set to what, 108. So let's do it from 108 to, let's say 113. Operate only, and then we'll do the same with all of these. BRB while I select them all. It's gonna take me a second. All right, so now every first and second are highlighted, and we had those at 118. And so let's go ahead and raise this up to like 115 and 118, operate only, and that should sound better. It's especially important, in my opinion, to humanize cymbals, especially on something like a ride hit, because if that sounds super mechanical, it just sounds weird. Sounds a little bit better. I still think I need to do a little bit more work there. Honestly, let's get these kicks going in. Oh, why did I close it? Let's do the kicks as well. Let's go to random velocity, and right now they're all set to 118. So let's do it between 115 and 118 as well. Let's do 115 and 120. And then we'll do the snares. We still need a fill in there too. I've been really bad at writing fills lately. Okay, the snare we'll leave like that as well. Let's see how that sounds. Let's go ahead and record. Let's see if we can just copy and paste or if we need to re-record it over it. Let's listen to that whole last section. Yeah, let's re-record it. Let's re-record it because I want it to end a little bit more definitively. Not because that's how it would end in like the final song, but just for this track purposes and for, you know, posting it here, I want it to end a little bit more definitively. And as my good friend Kyle said over on Rainquil Riffs, link down below as usual because he's a homie, just re-record it twice. That way it sounds unique on each take. Okay, we got that. We got it. So BRB, let me grab, we're in drop A, it's the GOC bass today. Oh man, I've clamped down that thing so hard. We gotta make sure there's a battery in it because I don't remember if I took the battery out of the other one. There is, the battery's in it, okay. It's been a minute since I've recorded some bass, gotta admit. This is gonna tear up my fingers, man. All right. Let's turn off the overdrive pedal as well. Let's go ahead and get Parallax X loaded up on here. I don't remember if I saved the preset that I made for this bass as a preset in here or if I saved it as a channel strip. Maybe this is it. Let's go ahead and find out. We don't have any sound because I'm dumb. Sounds good enough to me, man. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and record the bass. So we'll start with this first part. Let's see if I can do that. So. That's gonna sound so sick on here. That was sloppy, but y'all get the gist of it. This bass sounds freaking good on here, dude. Constantly surprised by this. All right, let's go ahead and track that a little bit better this time with the click. Cool. Not the best take, but we're gonna go with it. And I want to get most of this in as little takes as possible because I hate editing. So we're gonna do this as much as we need to. This next part's gonna be kind of annoying on bass. It's gonna be a forearm burner for sure. For sure. Got it. That wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Let's go ahead and do this one section at a time though. Dude, that is stressful to play on my left hand. I don't know why, but it very much is. All right, we've got this though. We've got this. Okay, we just got to do it one more time. One more time. All right, we've got it. Man, that was actually, I don't know, oddly hard to play on the bass, just because I'm not a bass player, probably. Well, we're at that point in the video where I'm gonna go and mix and master this, and you're gonna watch the playthrough for it right about now. All right, what'd y'all think of that? That was a pretty cool slammy riff. You know, there's some caveman riffs, there's some slam in there. There's just some good old fun inside. I love riffs like this. They're too much fun to play. Maybe I do need to put some Slipknot-style vocals over them though, or just something really like, I don't know, Hatebreed style? Who knows, man? Comment down below what kind of vocals you can see over this. Maybe I'll do it in a future episode where I'll do the vocals live on the video. But I just wasn't feeling the vocals today, to be honest with you. Nothing's coming to mind right off the bat. I need to, I don't know, listen to some bands and get some inspiration here or something, you know? But all of that to say, the Eloy drums from Bogren Digital are freaking sick, honestly. Mixing this was a breeze. That was super easy. And yes, I'm not a pro mixer. I don't care, man. I like to make music, I like to make songs, and I love anything that makes it quicker and easier for me to do so to an extent. And Eloy Drums really does it. The snare is sick. It cuts with very minimal work, and so does the kick while still having that low end. If you listen to that back with headphones on, you're gonna hear that low end. Man, yeah, this is fun. I can see myself using these drums a ton. I hope you all decide to check them out. There is an affiliate link down in the description below, so please make sure to use that affiliate link if you decide to purchase it. It helps your boy out. It helps me to keep up all of this. It really does help me a ton. But regardless, just you watching this helps a ton as well. So if you made it this far, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.